What up, Buggy? Yeah, well, got back to the bank. Actually, we just got one flathead on the bank. Little guy, my son got about 6, 7 pounds. Little guy, but we're fishing the same spot as yesterday, so that's a good sign. Just had the baits out for about probably close to 25 minutes or so, half an hour. What's going on, Alex? Chrissy? But yeah, it's good sign that we got a flatty on the banks here within half an hour here, so we'll see what happens. Sounds good, Buggy. Yeah, I'll see how long I can go live tonight. My youngest son they just got back from camping with Grandma and Grandpa, and he's grumpy. But yeah, I'm gonna get this fire going soon here, and then hopefully we get another bite within a couple minutes, and that'd be nice. I was gonna go live right when I cast the lines. I'm like, well, maybe I'll wait, and yeah, should have been live because I would have broke that flighty curse. But yeah, we're running the same baits as last night. Live suckers. Last night we were just getting channels, but real good sign that we got a flatty on the first hit. Here's our bait we're using here, live sucker. This one is from the flatty. Still alive. I'm gonna put them in the bait tank, see if we can revive them. Yeah, right, Chrissy. Too much sugar and staying up too late. Now he's hungry right now, but he doesn't want anything we have. You got one rock bass in the bait tank too. I don't know if I'm gonna use it tonight. I might. I'll be getting bait tomorrow in the morning here. Probably gonna be rolling with some bluegills and rock bass tomorrow. Switch it up. Buggy, if you're still watching, I'm gonna try to get your order out Saturday morning. Um, we weren't planning on going to the river tonight. We are gonna be camping tomorrow, but I decided to come up today. I'm gonna work on getting a fire on here. All right. It's going. Anybody else fishing today? Get my chair. Definitely calmer than yesterday. Guard dog, middle rod's getting a little antsy. See if she pops. Oh, bummer. My fire went out. Get that rolling here. Oh, got Flatty right here. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. First rod. I'm gonna go get my boy here. Hopefully it's still hooked up. It went down a little bit. It wasn't. I want to do. No, you can take and that can come with that. Okay, I'll holler next time. Next time you gotta tell me and then you gotta take the rod. Okay. And then I'll come back. Alright, we got it must have took us into a little snag, so. Oh, there we go.
Bummer. Go rebait this one. That's the downside. Kids are in the camper right now, so I want them to actually get the full effect of grabbing the rod and doing it on their own, but they're inside hanging out, so that stuff happens. So I'm gonna go rebait quick and get it back up. Creek chub, I don't want a creek chub. All right, we're gonna get on some, I think, a couple flatheads tonight. This first rod is to the left of us here. It's been the hot ticket so far. I might be putting a guard dog on that one. I got the guard dog on the middle one right now. Got one flat eaten on the non-guard dog one, and we just missed one. I went to go get my son to get it, and it let go of it and got it snagged up. I'll be back in my grab chair. The Flatty curse continues on live. Get it? We're gonna get one on live though tonight. Let's go, let's go. Wood is so damp. Next bite, 10 o'clock, I'm thinking. Hopefully. Middle rod and right Rod has not had any action yet. Far left rod is. That one is pretty close, tight up against the bank. I cast it the other side of this creek inlet. That's where they've been hitting so far. The other two are kind of, or the middle one's probably about 10 yards out from the left one, and then the right one is on the current seam. I should probably get the net just in case. Yeah, that last hit we just had, takedown, definitely looked flatty, like a small one. Oh, it kind of just slowly went down instead of like a channel. They kind of tug on it a lot more violently. My buddy's on the river on his boat. They got I just missed that because I was doing something. I'm biting weird today. A lot of small ones running around. Might have just plucked my bait off. Nope. That's channel 8, maybe. The little guy's nipping at the tail. Go, time. That one seemed kind of channely. That's a bite. Well, we got one flathead on the bank. My son Finley got it off camera. Right when we got here, I threw out the lines, and probably within I think it was like 25 minutes. Little guy was like 6-7 pounds. But we are, and then we missed one on that same end rod, the left rod. That one looked kind of like a flathead, but it grabbed it, and then it was like snagged up on something when we reeled on it, and then we just missed something, but I think it was more, that one looked kind of channely. That's what the suckers, I like using them, but when the channels are around, they grab them. Seems like they grab them from the back end. Flatheads usually, when they take the bite, they can inhale the whole thing. Some of these little channels or smaller channels they just like peck at it. I don't get the hook, and I'm using 8-odd hook, so a little bit bigger hook, but We are getting more action than last night already. One fish on the bank and two takedowns, two other takedowns. We got a boat coming by us that might produce some strikes. Sometimes that happens when a boat drives by. It sometimes gives you a bite. How you been, Matt? You going out fishing? You been fishing lately? Let's see if we get a takedown. Come on. No bite. But it's been about, I don't even know when it came live. About 9:15. I mean, missed two so far, so. Tennessee, nice. What are you doing out there? Fishing with anybody? Oh, you going to the gathering, eh? That's coming up this week, next weekend. We got a couple rod holders that I donated to the gathering. Maybe you can win some of them. Your last outing? What do you mean? Six days? Nice. Hope you get on some big ones. Yeah, next week we'll be out in Mendota. Depends on the doctor. On Monday, more than likely, be having spinal surgery. Ouch. Good luck and prayers, man. Military injury go way too long. Well, I hope everything goes well. I gotta go to the doctor for my knee. My knee is been sore, super sore for since the beginning of winter. Back in high school, I used to skateboard while I fell. Oh, what's that black screen? back in high school, I fell on my knee skateboarding. I went to the doctor because it was super swollen. They did X-rays, and um, they didn't know if it was from that, but they said I could have been born like that. But my kneecap was split down the middle. But now it's been progressively getting really bad lately, where I can barely stand up when I'm crouched down, and doesn't help with my job I do at work. I'm on my knees crawling through the laser bed and on the laser table picking up parts. It's getting bad now. Yeah, they said it could have been. I could have just been born like that with a split kneecap. I guess I don't know, but you can actually kind of in my knee. If you feel my kneecap, you can kind of feel kind of the split, but or at least I feel like you can feel it, but yeah, I think I got like callus or what cartilage or something too that's built up under, which is not good. I'm sure I'll need some kind of surgery or something to get it removed. See if we can get another bite here soon. It seemed one of the last two bites were kind of about half an hour apart or so. What up, Anthony? How you doing? Just trying to still break that Flatty curse, that Flatty live curse here. We we managed to pull one up right before I went live. My oldest boy Finley, he got it. Little guy was like 7 pounds or so, but we were fishing the same spot yesterday, where I was, and all I could produce for some channels. So far, we got one Flatty on the bank, but just can't get it on the live feed yet. I'll break it sooner or later here. Feeling like tonight's a perfect night to break it, as long as my batteries, and I put a new black light on my little battery box, so it's a little bit more powerful. So I don't know how long it's gonna last. It should last fairly long. I only the one I had before was a 20 or a 10 watt. I just bought a 20 watt one just for a little bit more brightness on my 18-volt drill battery, so it should last at least 6 hours, 5 hours maybe. Right, yeah. So far left rod and the right rod have been getting the hits. Hoping give it about, I don't know, 20 more minutes here, and hopefully we have another takedown and a fish on the bank this time. Just put the guard dog on the right rod, and we got the guard dog on the middle rod. Still pretty early yet, but I just have suckers and a handful of suckers, and then like 2 or 3 creek chubs and 1 rock bass. I might eventually put that rock bass on the middle rod. That thing will lighten up the water and create some noise, and hopefully bring in some whiskers. Last night I threw on a decent sized rock bass and I caught like a 13-pound channel cat, which is pretty crazy. I've never caught a channel and rock bass, a live one. I for sure thought that was going to be a flathead last night, but nope. Oh heck yeah, 12 and 10-foot rods. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, Dom said he used them with his 14-foot rod. I haven't seen any pictures yet. I haven't heard from Dom lately. I started reaching out when I was just heading out in Tennessee, but he never called back. But he did mention that he used his 14-foot rod in it. Striped bass run, nice. Wish we had. I don't know if we have striped bass in Wisconsin. I don't think so. We might, but not anywhere by me. This river for game fish, we got flatheads, channels, muskie, northern, walleye, saugers. What else? Smallmouth, lake sturgeon, white bass. White bass have been going crazy here. I wanted to. When I was here yesterday, they were going everywhere. I had 3 rods out there, so I couldn't. I didn't really want to take one of my rods out to catch any, but I should have because I could have used it for bait. The DNR came by and they were shocking the water. So I was talking to them, and they recorded like 500 that they had already in the boat. And it was a big mess of them, like about 200 yards just jumping off the shore. But yeah, right now we're just running all 3 rods with just kind of like a medium, small suckers. They seem to be working good, but I don't know, it's hard to use them. I like using the live bluegills. Just, they make a little bit more noise. The suckers don't really move around too much, but they are working. Yeah, and it's kind of crazy because usually the white bass kind of run through here in April, and this is kind of like the first year out of like the 8 years that I've actually kind of seen them kind of coming through. They've been not coming through for like, I'd say about maybe 7 years. Ah, stupid black screen. Oh yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, they do it like different. It's kind of crazy how they do it. They do like different voltages or whatever they do to shock it. So they do like the flatheads here too. They tag them. Um, so they change the voltage. So like if they want to just get like the juveniles, or the smaller ones, they change like the voltage of it so it doesn't do anything. Doesn't stun any of the bigger ones. They just want some of the smaller ones to put the tags on them. It's kind of cool. I've caught a few that were tagged, and I mean, a few years back, I caught one, and I sent it in I sent the tag number to the DNR, and it was, I think it was about, I don't know how far it was from here. Probably, I'd say about 30 miles, 35 miles. It traveled, so, and like, I think it was like a 2 year span. I think I caught it when it was 12 pounds, and they released it, and it was, I want to say like 5 pounds. Love my cat claws. I use them everywhere. I need 2 more. I have like 6 left, and then I just got new batch of material in at work today, so I gotta get them bent up. I'll have a bunch more ready for sale, hopefully by next Friday. And yeah, hopefully soon I'm gonna get this die set for this little press brake I got at my house, so I can do those extension ones, like the taller. I call them the tall boys. I haven't really used them too much. I made them. When did I make those? I think I made those last year. I made like 2 of them, and I brought them to this same spot here for when I went on my channel cat trip here in early spring, and caught some good channels with them. I never caught any flatheads with them. I only used them like that one time, and then I kind of just put them on the shelf, and I think I used them a handful more times, but I gave those 2 kind of prototypes to a buddy of mine that lives in Indiana when I was at CatCon this year. I can get them out there too, Matt. All right, we need to take down here. You're talking about the extendo ones, like I think it is. I don't know who else has one. Are you just talking about the taller cat claw? I think it's about another length higher. So it's about 10 or 12 inches higher than the normal cat claw. Okay. Yeah, I got to do some more testing on those. I haven't. I gave a couple. I sold a couple to a guy that lives out on this river 2 weeks ago. But I got to do some more testing because there could be a few flaws in them. yet, but I gotta kind of work with them. I don't like sending stuff out if it's gonna have some kind of malfunction. I'm just worried about where the rod sits on that plate. If it could it could fall off of that plate, so I gotta try to make something to keep the rod butt from falling off that plate. If it gets a takedown or something and lets go, and the rod goes kind of moves forward a little bit and it slips off that plate. Sounds good, Matt. Yeah, I don't currently don't make too many of those tall ones just because I do it all by hand also right now. So it's like if someone orders 3 of them, or even 2 of them, they're not really perfect. They're all kind of uniquely bent, a little bit different because it's just my hands doing it, and I don't do it on the press brake at my work because the length it just doesn't fit right in there. And I make them out of the 3/8, and I don't have a die for the 3/8 at work, so I was gonna buy something for my little hand press at home. Just saving up. I gotta pay for my website renewal coming up here. That's like $400, and I got still got to pay off 2 batches of material yet. That's I'm doing next week, and then the website is also next week. But after that, I should be good. You're gonna see where my money's at, and I think that die set's only like $350. So yeah, I see like the rod, but though, like the end, there's just like if you look at that tall boy where it sits, I don't know. I've never had it happen to me or I haven't seen it happen to my buddy that uses them quite a bit, but so yeah, it couldn't never happen. I haven't tested them too much yet, but I swear my normal rod holders are, even though those are, they're taller, so they're gonna be a little weaker, but I make them with the 3/8, and the normal ones I got here are just a normal cackle. Those are 5/16, so it's a little bit smaller, like I don't know, the 5/16 and the 3/8 material, but these just the normal ones are still. I'm pretty sure they're more durable and stronger with takedowns. But I got a whole mess of it 3/8 material now, so I'm gonna be pulling the trigger on getting that die set quickly, and hopefully it works out the way I'm imagining in my head. That's what I do. I put them right in my. I have like a little rod holder pocket on the side of my backpack, and then above that is like a little clip. And I just put 3 of them in there and stack them on each other. Put them in the rod holder pocket, and then wrap the clip. Put that around it, and they don't fall out. Oh, trust me, I have some similar to takedowns that I made. They're just a vertical, with the top loop, and then it just goes straight down in the ground. But I put like a base plate on it without bending it because I was trying something different, and then like more of like a sand with longer spikes for going in the sand, but not having the step on it or bent step. I just put like a plate on there, and I hammered those into the ground about. I think I put them in the ground 18 inches. I think they could go in the ground like 2 feet, but and then I took one of my cat claws, which only go like 9 or 10 inches of the ground, and I did a strength test and put all my weight on both of them. And man, I pulled the the 3/8 cold rolled steel out, and it was bent bad. And then I pulled mine out, and it wasn't bent at all. Awesome. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll post those up on Facebook on my cat claw page. I don't know if I can do any more to the just the cat claw, the original here. It's pretty much as perfected as I can get it. The only other thing I was thinking about is changing where I have the 2 steps for the rod positions, but I haven't decided if I was going to do that yet. It's like on my boat, I use mine on my boat with the brackets, and I use the first step because it gives me a little bit better angle, and they're not sitting straight like how they are now. They're a little bit down lower. But sometimes it's harder to pull it out of the rod holder for you to take down or something, and it can catch on that bottom step. But if I lower that bottom step, then I lose where my rod sits on that plate, and I like it to be between and kind of behind those the rod holder, so it can't like fall out or whatever, and it kind of keeps it in place. But right now they're at a good level right now. I haven't had really too many issues. I just kind of put my rod butt less into the rod holder when I'm on my boat. Oh yeah, I've had them like barely in the ground. I just sometimes when it's just really rocky, you just stick them between 2 rocks or a couple rocks, and then put a rock on top of the plate. And yeah, it's not going nowhere. And that's kind of why I mean, one, the spikes are only like 9 or 10 inches that go on the ground for shipping purposes. And then just to keep the box size down, because once you hit over like, if you get to like, I think it's like 21 inches or something, the price for shipping jumps up. But, and then also, what was I going to say now? I lost my thought. I can't remember what I was going to say now. But yeah, the shipping, and then, what was I going to say? I mean, they don't really have to go that far on the ground. And then when you got the stomp plate, and how it's bent, that plate is doing more work than the spikes are, and it's kind of just keeping the plate's keeping the spikes kind of grounded, and they can't move, and bend your rod. So like the normal rod holders you see when you get a big takedown, and you look at your rod or your rod holder when you grab it out, and it's at a 45-degree angle because your spikes that are in the ground, they move. But with that plate, it keeps them right where they are. Sand though, sand they'll move a little bit. That's why I include that spike. It helps out pretty good. But what I found is I don't even really use that spike anymore. I just bury my pad in the sand a little bit, and it works pretty good actually. That's awesome. I've cooked food with my rod holders. I didn't have anything to cook my hot dog, so I made a little grill out of like 2 rod holders and cooked my bun and my hot dog on it. I've held my tent in with my rod holder. I didn't have any tent spikes, so I put those around my tent. Put my nets in there. I used to have lights that I would put on top of the rod holders and use it just as a light, just like a light to put by my rods. All sorts of stuff. But yeah, I've been able to use my rod holders pretty much everywhere I've fished. And I mean, I made that bracket, and to be honest, nobody really buys the brackets. I don't know if I'm going to continue it. I have a bunch of them yet, so I mean, maybe someday they'll get popular, but I personally only use them on my boat. I've never needed to use them on the bank. But I like them on my boat just because we do a lot of, we go to the Mississippi and we take the boat and we go camping and we just island hop. From our boat, we just go to one island to the next for a couple days, and it's nice just having. I have 4 of them on my back of my boat, so I can use them as my rod holders on my boat, and then get to the bank to go camp, and I take them right out. I just slide them right out of the brackets and fish off the bank. It's pretty convenient for me. I know not everybody likes that, but I like the portability of just having one thing that can do a lot of things. Dude, that's crazy, Anthony, because that happened to me last year. I was fishing off of a pier. I have a picture of online. Well, not of the guy running over my lines, but I had three rods on a bench that was on a pier, and I was just had my rod holders between the deck or the bench boards, and this guy literally saw my lines, ran them over, and I'm yelling at the guy to stop, and then as my rods are like folded over and this guy's going, keeps going. He finally turns around, and I'm like put my hands up in the air, and he looks at his motor, lifts it up, and cuts the lines, and turns around and just keeps going. I was like, "Oh my god, you better not come back this way." But the rod holders held the rods, and that's all that mattered. Rather lose $20 worth of tackle than $300 or $400 worth of rods and reels. There's a lot of not so good people out on these rivers here. They just don't care. In this whole section where I'm fishing, it's probably 200 yards. There's a slow no wake. Or actually, it's probably about 400, 500 yards. It's a slow no wake section. But man, there's people that just fly through here. And then the owner of the campground, usually they just get reported and tickets, but they just continue to do it. All right, we need to take down. I'm going to be reeling up rods here in a bit, a couple minutes, and checking baits. Only been live for like hour and 15 minutes, but nothing's happening. I might put a Rocky on, rock bass, in the middle rod, or get some some movement in the water because these suckers don't move very much. Yeah, probably true. There's only a handful of DNR that actually are even available out here, and it's hard to get a hold of them. But the good thing of night fishing is there's not really any boat traffic that come through here unless they're usually just putting now. I'm gonna give it like 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna reel some of these lines in and see what's up. Yeah, most of the time you can just we try to, or the campground owner, she just tries to get the boat the numbers off the boat and then they report it. But yeah, sometimes it probably doesn't even matter because DNR probably don't do much. Get some more logs on this fire. Man, I thought we were gonna get some good action tonight. It is still pretty early. It's only 10:30 here, 10:36. Right from the get go, we caught that flat, and then some two small takedowns. One looked flatty, the other one looked kind of channely, but that was all within like 45 minutes. I was hoping the wife and the kids are in the camp are probably sleeping there pretty tired today, but I was hoping my wife was gonna be out here. I would throw another line out at least, but she's not. She's probably passed out. Yeah, that's usually what I try to do. It's so hard to get them on film in action. Usually my phone's somewhere that I can't get it in time, and almost a felony here messing with someone hunting and fishing. think the 8 years I've been fishing at this campground, there's only been one time that a DNR came down here and I was talking to him for like 10, 15 minutes about catfishing. That was the only time I've ever seen one. Besides once or twice cruising down the river. Yeah, we got just downriver where the dam is. What up, Mark? How's it going? Just downriver where the dam is, there's a boat launch. It's actually a decent spot to fish for flatheads, but there's just too many sketchy people that go there. And I've fished there a few times, but it's not my cup of tea with the people that kind of go down there some of the times. Oh, we got one earlier on the bank here. I think it was about 9 o'clock. It was just a little guy. It was like 7 pounds. My oldest son Finley got it on the bank. Water temps are about, I think, yesterday they were like 63 degrees. And then, because we got those storms that came through on Tuesday, and then it was up to like 67-ish before that, and then yeah, that rain came through and it kind of dropped it. But today it's coming up a little bit. Last Saturday we put 5 flatheads on the bank last Saturday, just downriver here. 50 degrees here. Yeah, it's about, I think it's like 50, 49 degrees right now. Air temp. I'm not sure exactly what the water temp is, but I checked it yesterday when I was coming up here, and it was like 63 degrees for the water temp. Mark, are you going to the gathering, or are you going to Mendota? Oh, gotcha. Cool. Hey, take it easy, Anthony. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the luck. Hope we get one or another one. Suckers are still moving around, so I don't know, I might change up something. Okay, I thought if Mark's going to the gathering, which is the same weekend or is the Mendota trip, I believe. Channel should be biting pretty good on Mendota. I haven't fished it yet this year, but I did pretty good on the Fox a couple weeks ago. Or right here on this, right where I'm fishing now. We caught like 30, 35 or so channels in one night here on some cut suckers. Sounds good, Matt. Sweet. Yeah, it should be a good time. I gotta get my boat ready yet. I gotta put this new locator on my boat yet. Give it a little bit yet before I pull these rods up and rebait or put on I think I might put a Rocky on this one, middle one. Or the end one, or the left one. Come on. Got something. Some movement on that left rod. Or the line. Probably just a sucker though. Oops, this fire's going right in the face. it is. Go get old Rocky. Sorry about that. Black screen. I don't know why it keeps going in and out. Alright. So now we got 3 different baits on. We got the left rod's got a sucker on it. The middle rod's got a rocky on it, rock bass, and then the right rod has a creek chub on it. We got gathering right here. Hand towel. Sounds good, Mark. Thanks for coming in. Have a good night. What's up, Circle Hook Productions? What's going on? Well, we started out pretty good around 9:15. I think I came on. We got 2 takedowns, but before that, before I was live, right before I was live, we caught a flathead, small guy. Nothing big, but and we got another good takedown. Like 20 minutes after that, but it let go. That one looked flatty, and then we got another takedown. That one kind of looked channely and popped off. The middle rod, you might see a lot of action with that one. It's got a lively, like 8-inch rock bass on it, so it's gonna be kicking good. That one we're gonna have to wait till that thing folds, and we know we got one. Oh, I just switched this fire to this side. Now it's blowing over here. Yeah, it's been quiet for the last hour. No hits, nothing. Come on, let's get something. Something might be moving through. Some jeans. Oh man, that was quick. Charge any of my batteries. Kind of just not gonna leave today. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure something out here. How's that light? Black light died. And they had it charged for like an hour. Yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah, man. Shanny. Chomped it in half. There, little guy. Oh, yeah. That probably was a channel. Dang. What up, Jay? Well, man, we caught one flathead earlier, but we weren't live. It was just a little guy. And now we're just getting messed with. I don't know if you just saw that takedown. And, yeah, set the guard dog off. It was on, and it just had it by half the body. And set, went to reel down on it, and it popped out, and it reeled it up, and half the bait was gone. And chomped it in half. I'm thinking it was a decent channel or something. Or a smaller flathead. But yeah, we got one on the banks, but just not live. Keep it rolling for a little bit yet. Got one more big log to burn. It's chilly out. It's probably 40, high 40s out right now. Blacklight die. We kind of came out here. We weren't gonna come out here till tomorrow, but didn't have anything to recharge. Well, we're getting some action, so it's not bad. And we got a flathead on the bank. Actually, my oldest son Finley pulled it up. Trying to break the Flatty curse, the live curse. I would have broke it if I would have just went live right away when I threw my lines out, but I waited. So I had to unpack some stuff and didn't think I was going to get anything right away. It was probably 10, 20 minutes after I threw out my lines. We got that one on. Away she goes. Oh, here we go. Come on. Something's going to hit this thing right now. Don't want to turn on my lights too bright yet. My right rod. It's got the guard dog on. You can't really see it, but you can see the something picked it up. Sign of a channel. Yep, we're camping. We're gonna just camp for the for tomorrow night. We just wanted to bring our camper up here, and we're right on the river here where I was fishing yesterday. We just wanted to make sure the owner was okay with it, with our newer RV, as it's a little bit bigger. And then yeah, we just decided to come today and come. We're gonna stay here till Saturday, leave in the morning, and then I won't be flatty fishing next weekend. We're going to Lake Mendota for some channel cats for an annual channel cat fishing outing with a bunch of people. Mark Catfish and Crappie will be out there, and a bunch of guys will be out there as well fishing, getting on some monster channels. And then the next weekend will be Memorial Weekend, and we'll be back up here, same spot. And hopefully it's going to be, the temperature should be warming up and getting this water warmer and getting the flatheads feeding better. Still pretty slow. They're biting really slow. They're not really hitting it aggressively. Ooh, dang. That middle rod's got a big rock bass on it, so if anything takes that, it's going to be a really big channel or flathead. I don't know. I don't know if something hit it or came close to it and scared the rock bass right there. But it's still on there. Come on. Waiting for that slow dip. And then the rod just keeps on bending. Now you got a flatty on when that happens. I guess kind of a tough bite because the channels are pretty much spawning. So they're kind of mixed in here. And I'm running suckers, so it's kind of tough because I hooked the sucker. I put my hook through the top of into the mouth and out the nostril of him. So any kind of smaller channel that's gonna grab it, they usually try grabbing it from the tail. It seems like, and either they yank the bait off, or what just happened is they chop it in half. I mean, it could have been a flathead, but my guess is that was a channel. Most of the times, a decent, I don't know, above 10-pound flathead will hit one of these baits. That will usually get the whole bait in its mouth. And they say that flatheads usually they'll hit the bait from the head first. But usually, these suckers are the only thing I really hook from the mouth. Like the rock bass, I got hooked in the. Oh, come on. It's just rocky, going crazy, I think. I know. But yeah, the rock bass, I hook through the top fin or behind the dorsal fin. Yeah, I think that's just rocky. Hopefully something's right next to it, ready to eat it. Yeah, night fishing's where it's at for catfishing. Flathead fishing during the day is I've caught them during the day, like 9 in the morning. But yeah, the key for daytime flathead fishing is fishing a lot of really thick structure where they're going to be sitting during the day and not really moving too much, and you got to pretty much get right on their nose. We don't really do that too much. We usually do a lot of bait fishing during the day and preparing for the night. We start fishing around 5:30 at night. Fish till whenever the bite stops or you get too tired. Usually average decent flathead night. Well, usually fish till about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes all night. I've done it last Saturday. Pretty much pulled an all-nighter. Got like an hour of sleep on the bank before I went home. But it's tough to do that when, like, for where we're fishing, it's about an hour and 15-minute drive. So driving home with no sleep and fishing through the whole night is tough and dangerous because I've had it where I'm so tired, barely keep my eyes open. So it's nice when you can camp out. You don't have to worry about driving. Man, I wish that first left rod was getting a lot of action early. Now it's not getting any action. Why can't you night fish? Come on, Rocky. Bring me a flatty. Oh, I'm assuming you probably work nights. That's why you can't night fish. Usually the left rod is usually my honey hole for flatties, but yeah, we're still pretty early yet in the season. And, yeah, we're catching. I caught that small one, which is usually the small ones move in before the big dogs come through to feed. And if you can hit the spot I'm fishing at the right time, man, it's a fun time. Sometimes, like 3 years ago, we had a pretty big window where it was just come out here and catch 10 flatties a night, 8 to 10 flatties a night for that's like from Memorial to all the way to the end of June. We're doing pretty good. Last year we didn't do very well at all here. We caught some, but not. It was like a one or two or none kind of nights. We did a lot more boat fishing because of the what's that, like, drought where we had no rain last year. So everything we had to fish a lot of structure, which we did pretty good doing that. We got our biggest PB. Brooke got our biggest PB and out of our whole fishing crew last year on the boat. She's got the biggest fish out of the group on this river. 40 was just under 40 pounds. I have yet to catch. Well, I have caught a 30 pound, 30 plus out of here. Just never didn't have a scale at the time, but I know it was definitely 30 plus. But that was like 5 years ago. I have yet to record a 30-pound fish. Last 2 years ago, I got a 29 pound or 29 and a half pound. The midnight bite. We haven't had we had that one takedown, but that was it since about 10 o'clock. I should have just left that bait that whatever fish bit that half of it off and just threw that cut bait out. Then probably catch it. Probably get on some channels or a flathead. And tomorrow I'll probably do some bait fishing here and get some bluegills and hopefully some greenies, green sunfish, and some more rock bass, hopefully. I should hopefully still have some suckers left. They're kind of dying off. Sure is quiet though. Darn it. I thought that was going to keep going down. Started drifting off there for a second. No go. Might be something on there. I don't know. Or it's just a rock bass. Like an 8-inch rock bass. So it's got a little pep in him. Okay, that's definitely got to be a hit. It's probably itching. Messing with it. Or he's just eating it and just sitting there. I'm gonna let it work for a while here. Come on, Rocky, still there? Here we go. Oh no. Full take down here. I'm gonna wait because it's slack now. Last time I jumped the gun a little early. Just got really slacking. Another demolished bait. Hey, take it easy, Jay. I'm gonna probably hit the hay here pretty soon too. Sounds good. I keep this running. Go take this. Go watch out the window, but um, I keep getting this. StreamYard keeps shutting me off after not touching the screen for a couple minutes. But my suckers are getting demolished by whatever channels or something. Second one. Give her, I don't know, 20 more minutes. I'm gonna shut her down. Catch some Z's. Well, I'm gonna go hit the 8. The Flatty live curse continues. Still 50. Continue tomorrow. There's some different baits, bluegills, stuff like that. But it's supposed to be nice out tomorrow. I think in the lower 70s, so get that water temp back up. Hopefully we can hook up. Just slowly trying to say goodbye because I know when I turn this live off, I'm gonna get a takedown. Give it one more minute. Don't tempt me now. I'll let it run for a little bit. I'll let my dogs out and get them back in, and then I'll probably shut her down. All right. Well, I tried. Got one flatty, but it wasn't live. So the curse continues with the flatty. But I'll be back tomorrow. And hopefully we can connect on a flat. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on hawking. See you tomorrow.